So let me just start off by saying that this book is action-packed and I love it. But man, it got me looking stupid. Well, I mean, stupid. In issue 3, I hyped up this character. And in this book, whew, it's so disappointing it's not funny. Like 21 Savage says in the song, he is sweeter than a Pop-Tart, and no, he is not hard. My name is Dorian, this is SEM Comics. We are concluding our coverage of Joe Fixit with Joe Fixit number 5. So the book starts off with Count Nefaria just busting shots at Wilson Fisk, talking about, no, I don't think you're bulletproof. And then Rhino steps in, who is bulletproof, covers Wilson Fisk, bullets bounce off Rhino, one hits Count Nefaria in the shoulder, and he just goes, get him. And that is the last you're going to see of Count Nefaria in this book. Come on, man. This dude got the power of the living laser, Power Man, Luke Cage, and Whirlwind. And this dude gets winged by a bullet and he's done. There are stories of him fighting the Avengers. He gets shot once and he don't want no more. Come on, man. So I guess the Masked Marauder knows what time it is, because he's like, just stay where you are and let my optic blast soften them up. No, the soft one is sitting on the ground holding his shoulder. That's who's soft. So the optic blast hits Spider-Man, and I'm thinking to myself, well, Spider-Man's going to be incapacitated for a minute, but he's saying that Daredevil told him that next time he fights the Masked Marauder, just close his eyes and let Spidey senses set in. So he wasn't affected by the optic blast, and then he just kicks the hell out of Masked Marauder, and yes, he is done. You will not see him in this comic book again, but at least he has an excuse. Masked Marauder is just a normal human. He just has that mask that does that optic blast. Other than that, he doesn't really do much. Count Nefaria is hyped up, and for a stray bullet just to take this dude out, again, come on, man. So now Hydro is coming at both Spider-Man and Joe Fixit, and Joe Fixit's like, bring it on. And he did. He took out Rhino, he takes out Joe. Joe's still talking mess though. He's like, is that all you got? And the Whiplash like, nah, he got friends. And he whips him with the whip, which is electrified, so he's in water. So Joe gets the you know what shocked right out of him. So Joe's sleeping, he is knocked out. And Spider-Man has to save him, and he pulls him out the water using his web shooters. He's holding him up, and he's like, dude, you need to eat some more salads. And as soon as he said that, the ceiling panels that he stuck to just give way, and then Spider-Man falls, and who catches him? Wilson Fisk. Spider-Man's like, at first he's like, thanks. And he looks to see who it is, and he's like, no. He's like, we will never speak of this again. And then Wilson Fisk is like, agreed. So now Whiplash goes after Kingpin. He sends his whip, and then Electro steps in and catches the whip, and it's like, you think you got electric powers? And he sends all this electricity through the whip to Whiplash and pretty much fries him, and he is done. Like, you could count to 100. He ain't getting up. So then it's Hydro Man and it's Electro, and it's like they're about to face off, and all of a sudden Electro goes, hey, you want to team up? And Hydro Man goes, why the hell not? So the Kingpin's like, hold on, Electro, I didn't authorize any new hires. There's a vetting process. And then Electro's like, do you think I give a damn about your vetting or your process or you? And he's like, it's sunset. The strip is lit. So you know what that means. He's like, it's chow time. And he starts taking in all this electricity. So then the other goons of Mr. Burnghetty, they're strapped up. And they're like, should we go out there, Mr. Burnghetty? And he goes, are you sure you won't hit none of the customers? And one of them goes, absolutely. And then it goes dark. And Mr. Burnghetty's like, how about now? And then the one dude's like, not so much. So then Joe wakes up from his nap and he's talking to Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's like, I ain't never seen Electro this charged up. And Joe's like, you know what? Let him hit me with his best shot. Why would you say that? Electro comes and shocks the hell out of Joe. And all of a sudden, all you see is,
down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
I mean, he is out. And Spider-Man's like, what you do? And Electro, he don't even mince words. He's like, I gave him a heart attack. It took all the lights on the strip to do it, but I got it done. And then he starts attacking Spider-Man. He's like, is that all you got? It's a dodge? And then Rhino comes out of nowhere. It's like, how's this, traitor? So Hydro Man's talking to Rhino, and he's like, I thought you washed away. And Rhino's like, you think some water's gonna take me out? And Hydro Man's like, no. A tidal wave? Abso-freaking-lutely. And Rhino gets washed away again. So while that's going on, Spider-Man's giving Joe chest compressions. He's telling him to come back. All of a sudden he lifts up his mask and he's about to give it mouth to mouth, and then Joe stops him and he goes, you kiss me and I'll rip your head off. So then Joe's like, get on my back. And Spider-Man's like, what? And Joe's like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. And Electro's like, you up again? And Joe's like, you shouldn't have underestimated my healing powers. And then Electro's like, I bet Spider-Man don't have any healing powers. And then Spider-Man's like, but people do tell me I got a soothing personality. Even though he's about to die, he's still cracking jokes. So now Electro charges him. Hydro Man's behind him. He's charging him. And Joe just jumps out the way. And you know, electricity and water, they don't mix at all. And they take each other out in epic fashion. So the Kingpin uses this opportunity to get back to his limo. His driver goes, how did everything go? And the Kingpin's like, get me the hell out of here. And he drives off. So all the villains have been either knocked out, or in the Kingpin's case, he's on the first thing smoking out of here. Michael Burnghetti just got off the phone with damage control, and he's like, they're on their way. Joe goes, hey boss, can I have the night off? And Michael Burnghetti's like, sure. He's like, yeah, I want to take Spider-Man out on the town. And Spider-Man's like, dude, I just want to go home. But then Joe's like, Penn and Teller's in town. And then Spider-Man's like, you know what? I guess one night shouldn't hurt. And that's how the book ends. Now, I might seem upset because of the way that they treated Count Nefaria, and I was. But all in all, this was a really good story, and I really did enjoy it, and hopefully you guys enjoy me bringing it to you. And just to let you know that at the end of this book, they showed the new Incredible Hulk series #1, and it's going to be the Age of Monsters. And yes, we are definitely covering it on this channel.